As I was listening the other day to one of the audios, there was I've been listening to Smith Wigglesworth, and there's a young man, and he just relates a story. The Smith said to him, "Have you got petrol in your car?" And he said, "Yes." He said, "Well, I want to go for a ride," and it was really late on his heart to go for a ride. Anyway, he ended up going to this place, and as they got in the car, he said, "I'm praying for this car. Lord, bless this young man and bless his tires." And I thought, that's strange that he should pay for my tires. Surely he doesn't know that the one has got a big hole in the rim. Anyway, just as he was sharing this, it reminded me of years ago when I was asked to go to Cape Town, to drive to Cape Town with one of my friends. She had a bakkie that she had to drive down. It was serviced in Johannesburg. She was going up for a conference, and then she had to drive it back down to Cape Town. Now, Cape Town is 1,400 kilometers, so she couldn't do it on her own. And so she said, if somebody comes down with you and brings the bakkie down, then we'll fly them back up. So anyway, she asked me, and I went down. We left on the Sunday morning, and then we were coming back I was flying back on the Wednesday night. So a few days with her in Cape Town and a nice drive down. So as we're driving, we get there, as we're driving down, we pray in the whole way, and it was just praying and praise and worship and singing and sharing. And then every 20 minutes to half an hour, we'd stop because there was roadworks. So we'd stop, and then we'd have to wait for all the traffic to come past, then we'd go again, then we'd stop and we'd wait. So it took a bit longer than we anticipated, and then we stopped. We weren't in a hurry. We stopped and we had breakfast, then we carried on again. And then when we got to Beaufort West, we're there as we meet the Karoo. Then you've got I think it's about an hour there. You've got a straight road. So she said, well, let's go and have something to eat before. So as we got to put petrol in, I said, should we get out here? She goes, oh no, I actually fancy KFC. There's a KFC around the corner. And as we went around the corner, there was a lot of dodgy characters around. So we said, you know what, let's just rather maybe drive straight through. So we decided to drive straight through, and I was still driving. So anyway, we go down, beautiful. We see the Karoo. It's just land, desert, just vast land for miles and miles. And as you go into Cape Town, you just see the sun going behind the mountain. It was really beautiful, and I've never done that before. Really, really stunning. So anyway, we get into Cape Town. We go and we stop and have something to eat, and then she drives to Cape Town from when we're in Cape Town to her place. Anyway, the next day she goes into work, and she takes a bakkie because they've got to get it ready for a lady who's flying down from Johannesburg, so she can use it as she's going around. Anyway, she sends me a picture because, Debbie, you won't believe it. I look at this picture, and the picture was actually a threadbare tire. It was actually to the rim. That we had travelled down on this wheel that was threadbare, this tire. And she said, I don't believe it. And they couldn't even believe it because they serviced it, but they obviously didn't check it because you could see it was a hole. I think I've still got the picture on my phone. And she goes, Debbie, I know it was a miracle. I mean, if we'd have stopped there and had something to eat, and we'd have seen it, we wouldn't have carried on because there's no way we would have travelled on that if we'd have seen it. And she said it's just a pure miracle that if I'd have gone with anybody else, we probably wouldn't have prayed all the way like you do, because she just knows I just pray for everything. And it's just something I've always done. And we just pray for everything, for protection, for favour, whatever we need, and just believe the Lord will be with us. His angels encamp around us, He'll protect us. And as we are travelling, just constantly praying, praising and worshipping, speaking about the Lord, lifting His name up, and how it was a miracle that we would have to stop every 20 minutes to half an hour. And she just said every single thing, because I believe was just orchestrated by God, because it was His divine protection, because there's no way we should have got there on that tyre. 1,400 kilometres with the heat of the road, but we'd be slowing down so we get a chance to cool down and carry on, and then we get a chance for it to cool down and carry on. So I just wanted to share that when we pray for everything, we don't always understand that God's gone before us, He's watching over us, and we don't know what might have happened if we never prayed. We just don't know, but we just pray believing in faith. And I just wanted to share that tonight. Have a wonderful evening. God bless.